What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to an all-new ADSR live stream. If you don't know, my name is Taetro. I'm an electronic music performer, beat maker, educator, all that good stuff. And I am here every Wednesday on the ADSR channel doing a couple things. Taking on genres that I've never produced before, like today, and also pushing play on my background music. And also, we do a cool challenge bi-weekly or every other week with our producer community over on Discord, where we just take on a different prompt, a different challenge. For instance, last week, we all took on the challenge of scoring a piece of, like a 1 minute kind of athletic clip. Then we go through and give feedback to all the entries. We give cool prizes to folks who participate. For next week, you can still enter if you want to be a part of the production challenge. We are going to be celebrating 909 Day. So basically the challenge is make an ode to the 909, feature lots of 909 drums, maybe make some of the common genres that were made, with the 909 drum machine, the classic, or put your own spin on it. So if you want to be a part of that challenge and the ongoing challenges, or if you just want to be part of a cool producer community, please join the Discord. The link is in the description down below. And yeah, we'd love to have you over there. It's a good community to be in, and you submit your tracks. It's totally free to enter and join. You could potentially win. Sometimes we give away plugins. Sometimes we give away vouchers for the ADSR store. So you get yourself some cool sounds, all that good stuff. Why wouldn't you enter? Why wouldn't you join? It can only benefit you. But thank you for being all here today, I should say. We are going to be working on some music today in Ableton Live. I got myself here my launch key 37 prepared for launch, and then I've also got my DAW, as I said, Ableton Live. Before we get into that all, I want to say hello to some of my friends in the chat, and I also want you all to know, or I want you all to tell me, like, when you hear trance music, what do you think? Trance music makes you think of what? I've been studying a little bit, and I can give my first impressions as sort of a newbie here, but I want to say hello to everybody who's here. Joseph McCaffrey spamming in chat from multiple accounts. Who can say? Bishop91, what's good? Suru Bishop, thank you for calling into the call-in show yesterday, by the way, over on my channel. Nothing pretty about synth, thank you for being here. My mom and dad are in chat as usual. Jeremiah Peterson says, haven't really listened to trance since the late 90s. Well, it should be interesting, I think. Deuce says, aloha, what's up, my friend? Pendulce is here. Armin Van Buren says, Pendulce, that's what you think of. And DDR, yeah. All right, I can relate on the level of DDR for sure. It's interesting because a couple people, I think Suru also said something at the top about listening to trance in the 90s as well. And it seems like trance, had this really big movement around the 90s. But it also seems like with festival culture currently, what are genres anyway now? There's lots of, from what I've studied or what I've heard from trance so far, there's lots of trance elements in a lot of very popular electronic genres, and I would say trance itself is a pretty popular genre right now, especially in the festival crowd. So I don't know if I'm right on with that, but especially like in a lot of like trap music, you often hear that distinct trance lead, which we'll mess around with some sounds in a bit too. So from what I've found so far with trance music, if I had to give it one or two words, big sounds, huge sounds, clean sounds. So you all know I'm usually a lo-fi producer. We've made some lo-fi house here before, but usually making lo-fi beats and stuff like that, chill hop. None of that lo-fi grit or anything here. I think the hardness comes from some of these synths, like hard synths that are like super clean and crisp sounding. I think that's where the hardness comes from. And then this big, almost inspirational type sound. I found that uplifting trance seemed to be a big subgenre. There's also side trance, which seemed to go a little bit harder. Lots of open harmonies, like fifths. Just a very, very big sound. Pads and stabs, says Pandolce, for sure. Yes, I hear you over there as well. So we're going to make some of that today, or I'm going to try my best to make it. As usual, the whole purpose of this is for me to try something that I've never done before, and for you to all give me some feedback and let me know what you think and point me in the right direction. So let's kill the background music and let's load up some stuff. I think I'm going to use 99.9% Serum today. But before we load up a synth or anything, let me just look at some of these packs we have. So some of these trance packs, well, all these trance packs are from the ADSR store. So if you hear some sounds that you like, you know where to get them from. But I'm just going to take a look. These are drum one shots. I'm probably going to look in some of these folders for, some drum loops. That's synths. We've got lots of stuff here. These are going to be kits. Yep. So for instance, if we just listen to this drum mix. Okay, so just to go nitty gritty into the drums from what I've observed so far, kick 4 to the floor, obviously. Snare on a 2 and 4 usually. And, house music, that you could say, oh, that's a little similar to house music. This seems to push the tempo a little faster than general house music. And it's got that offbeat hi-hat vibe, but the offbeat hi-hat vibe is kind of coupled with like almost a shuffle. So I think here in this groove, it's like a ride, but I've heard a lot of like kind of mixed hi-hat layers, creating like a shuffle kind of thing. Repetition, a big build and drop beat that makes you shuffle your feet for maybe too long. That little snare fill is cool. Yeah, that's a cool drum loop. So I'm curious, I'm not sure where I want to start, if I want to start doing drum loops or maybe start with a top loop and I'll build my own kicks and stuff. So yeah, there's these kick loops, which I'm sure is going to be a lot of 4 to the floor. There's build-up loops here. That's a lot. Yeah, and this is leaning into the harder, so side trance and raw style. I might use some of these loops, but let me just check out some tops for a moment. Nice. And I'm also just keeping an eye on the tempo too. So we know that dubstep and stuff like that is around 140-ish with a half speed feel. And we know that house music is around 120. When I'm working on the slower beats, I'm like from 80 to 90 BPM. So I've seen 138, I've seen 150. 150 seems like it might be for the harder style. Which these don't sound half bad. They definitely sound a bit darker than some of the more uplifting kind of trance. That's like a half speed. I don't mind that. Oh, very warehousey. These are really cool loops. I'm gonna see what these percussion loops. What's the difference here? Oh, like straight up percussion. Dirty stuff here. All right. Ted says, bring out the glow sticks. Yes, that's what we are going to be doing. Bringing out the glow sticks, of course. Why don't we throw in one of those top loops? Those all sounded good. I wish I had grabbed one that I really liked before I moved on. Actually, that one's pretty good. That one's called Raver. Okay, let's start with that. We'll start by building a 4-bar loop here. Arpeggiation. Did I say that before? Lots of arpeggiated stuff going on, I've noticed. Oh, my thing is set to 170. Let's bring that down. I might go a little bit. Let's just leave it at the set tempo, 150, okay? Let me hear that at 138, just to get a feel. Nope, I like the faster tempo better. Let's stick with 150. Let's get a kick in. I'm using a top loop and I'm just gonna program in a kick because that will give me more control over the mix. So that's in loops. I need to be in one shots. Let's go ahead and find, there's even vocals in here. I did notice a little bit of, vocal chop action. That's not what I want. I'm looking for a much more kind of traditional. That sounds good. Much more traditional kick here, not that raw style. Obviously, this genre has evolved quite a bit. I mean, some of you calling out, listening back in the 90s. I'm curious if those of you who have listened in the 90s or maybe listened to current trance can point out maybe how it has evolved. What are some differences that you hear? Awesome. I think I am going to go a little bit slower though. That sounds pretty good actually. And I might add one more hi-hat layer in there. Let me find a good open sound. Yeah, actually that's pretty good. And then like I said, it does have that shuffle thing going on. Ooh, that actually might be good as well. I'm gonna try to shuffle these together. So I think this main long one here will be on the offbeats. Let me turn that one off for now. Yeah, all right, let's just get that going on the offbeats. And we should be good to go. And if at any point I do something and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, you're going way too far off from what trance actually is, you all keep me in check. We're working at a kind of fast tempo here, so I gotta make sure my subdivisions are right. I do like that. I don't know if that's going to happen every time or just before a hit. I think it's going to happen just before a hit. I'll probably add one more in between as well. What's up, Wislow? Thanks for being here. Do you all want to give me a key to work in today since we haven't added any synths yet? And I'm going to mess around with some of these synth presets while y'all do that. I'll take the first one I see. We're going to come up with a simple progression. I'm going to go into my user library, into my trance folder from production masters, and let's just, wow, there's a lot of presets here. There's leads, plucks. It seems to be a pad. It's ADSR in the chat. It says it's probably harder now, in my opinion. In the 90s, as I remember, it was long and slow, and you put in a dance trance rising up to some kind of euphoria. Interesting. Yes. Oh, Wislow, you streamed for the first time today. Amazing. How did it go? So like I said, I was hearing a lot of very open harmony, meaning, I mean, of course we hear the full chord come to fruition in this music with the different parts, but in the big pad layers, like maybe I'm going to roll off a little bit of this attack here. This is just a very big open chord. Fifths, right? If I play the third in the middle there, even if I put the third on top, it sounds very, you know, conventional. Not that I don't think the harmonies are conventional. I think they're actually, I was very familiar with a lot of the harmonies going on. It's very diatonic in trance, I would say. But I heard a lot of very big open chords that omit the third, at least in this like sort of pad layer. So there's that. The first key I see in the chat is F sharp major. Let's do it. So I want to come up with a cool chord progression. Oh, I did say I was going to thumb through some presets, but I just went to the first pad sound. So these are some Serum presets from the production master Psy style, Psy, Trance, and Raw style pack. There's lots of very cool sounds, and I can't wait to arpeggiate some of these. Oh. I'm ready. Whoever said bring out the glow sticks earlier was totally right. I'm gonna have too much fun. Whoops, I went to the end of the pack. All right, I'm not gonna spend too much time just like looking through sounds, but too low. I'm interested in this. I produce Trance. Ghost videos, I'm so happy that you're here because I'm gonna need help for sure. I just want to try out some of these sounds. Some of these are definitely harder and raw and more raw. But nothing too crazy. We also did like a kind of a dubstep Skrillex-esque stream not too long ago. And some of this raw style definitely harkens to that for sure. All right, like I said, I'm not going to thumb through all these. We're going to use sounds as we go. But why don't we go ahead and try to lay down a simple chord progression. And for that, we even have drums in this. I didn't realize that. We have drums and effects. Very cool. We have leads. I'm going to go back to that pad sound. And I want to do a simple chord progression, and then I'm going to layer it with arpeggiators, or an arpeggiated plucked sound. I'm just rolling off a little attack there so we get a little softer attack. And I want to come up with a sort of epic chord progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could just do a. I think I want to begin on the 6 though. Like I said, I'm omitting the 3rd here because we're gonna add it back in. Just gonna use that to find my chords. Let's roll the drums, and I'm gonna record over this, or just play over it. And I'm definitely gonna need this to be an 8-bar loop, or even 16. I think I'm gonna do something more upward motion with like a 4, 5, 6 kind of thing, so we get that uplifting vibe. I think this will be fine in a moment. Let's do just something simple. Let's just start laying it down, and I'll tweak it from there. Simple fifths, no bass line yet. Easy for now. That's kind of basic at the moment, but let's see if we can just use this as a building block to build off of. MV Beckham, thank you for being here. Welcome to the stream. For this project, I'm going to set my quantize settings to 100% quantization. None of this off the grid stuff from what I see. And I might even want this sound to be bigger, which means I'm going to add more reverb to it. Maybe even a little bit of width. That is very as basic as we can get, folks. But let's see if we can't liven it up, especially a lot of like filtering. All right, and that's only one layer. The other thing is like these plucks before we... Hello? Not like that. What's up with that? I shouldn't have duplicated it, I guess. Some of these plucks are like arpeggiated, like I was saying before. Other plucks, though, or like chords, are kind of like bouncy. Like I've noticed this particular like chordal rhythm, which I'll try to emulate here. Let's go back in here and let's find a cool plucked sound. Scrolling down. Bamboo. That's what this is called. Very low. No sound. Let me... Not that either. Let me load up a fresh serum. I think probably duplicating it might have messed that up. That's very odd though. We have sound from track 17. Let me get rid of that track 18 because it's cursed. Yes, we have sound. All right, we'll just remember not to do that, I guess. Buggy. I love when they update things and they fix some things and break other things. Good. Here we go. All right, and this has reverb on it on the preset actually. Cool. Yes, okay. So with that starting point, basically I'm going to do this sort of hello, it is I over on Twitch. MV Beckham, you're in every chat. Oh, and there's even some delay in that as well. Let me just play this back. And here's where some of those inversions come in. Do I want to be lower? No, I like where that sits on top. Let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was kind of rough rhythmically on my part, but I just want to get it laid down. Diana Fernandez, thank you for joining us today. Let me set that to 16ths. All right, let's loop that 8 bars. I'm digging the pluck. I like the pluck. I might, however, layer it. So the thing that I just want to point out that I'm kind of noticing in a lot of trance is that, you know, we do these chordal things. In case, it's not just the straight chords though. Like there is always some type of like passing tone or step up. So you see how I'm not just playing the straight up triad, but I am including some other notes. And then obviously you can see that in the MIDI as well. So that's just a basic thing that I kind of noticed. Whether I'm executing it 100% well, who can say? Well, those of you who are trance fans in the chat can say. Diana says, new semester. Congrats on making it through and starting a new semester. You know what I think is cool is Serum is probably the best, one of the best synths for this from all the sounds that I hear in trance. You all correct me if I'm wrong, but I do love a lot of these sounds. So I might use some of the default Serum presets and John Cozen, thanks for being here. But you know what we don't have yet is a bass. But see how adding that octave up, pluck on top, made it so much more like glorious and big, which were the two words I think I used to describe it at the beginning. We'll definitely need some arpeggiation though. Do not let me forget. Now there's a ton of bass presets here. Too low? No, yeah, this is just intense. Could go with something very simple like this bass sound. Oh, that's nice though. It's a little too short though. I think I want something a little more robust. And you know what? Oh no, I don't have that. I can give a little low boost on this track. Just gonna keep scrolling through some of these until I find one that I really like. Oh, that's nice. I just don't need any of that crisp top end because I'm already getting it from so many other places, but that one's pretty good. I might add a little bit of saturator or something to it though. not going to do that walk up because that sounded mad cheesy, but let's go ahead and lay that down. I'm literally just copying the root note. I got to get the rhythm though. I just want to lock it in. That was so close. I'm just going to do it one more time to play a little cleaner. Good. I did not play that rhythm correctly at the end, but let's keep going. Anyway, I can fix it in a bit. Where did my friend Ghost go in chat? Ghost, I need you, the hardcore trance person, or if there are other hardcore trance people, not hardcore as in like the genre, but like hardcore in your affinity for trance, please jump in. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. We got that low end, but like I said, we could add a little grit to that. I think pedal. Pedal's got this nice sub switch on it as well. You definitely don't need this much gain, but I just want to hear it. Got a Stark making dinner. You got it. Sidechain the pluck, says Ted. Only the plucks? I was avoiding sidechaining because I know that's a thing that I do, and I think I heard some slight sidechaining in what I heard, but I didn't hear it as like a defining factor. But nonetheless, let's just dial that sidechain in a little bit on the plucks because Ted said so. But shouldn't we put it on the strings as well? All right, we've got that going. I think there's just one other kind of layer that I want to add. And then we're going to work on a new section because we could just do this all day, I feel. But I did notice like the switch from like these more uplifting, bright sections to slightly darker, more, what could I say? Grittier sections, I guess, that more like land on a minor chord and kind of stay on one harmony for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and bring some of this up. So can I find something that I can arpeggiate? So maybe a lead or something. Very worried about that sound that just happened. What is up with Serum today, my friends? I don't want it to make a big, loud, annoying sound. Like that. I don't trust you, Serum. What's happening? Let me try one more time to make a new MIDI track. Throw Serum on here. Okay, that sounds fine, right? No, I'm just going to jump in and use some default presets because it could not be playing well with a pack for some reason. Okay, that's fine. Oh! How would I even use that? I'm going to get distracted by this. There's Ed Oyama. All right, I'm not doing a lead right now because that's not what I came here to do. Ed Oyama had a legendary call on my show yesterday. Oh, see, that's like, to me, that is a typical trance sound. That is like the iconic. I'm going to keep that because I don't know how I'm going to use it yet, but I'm going to use it. And then I need plain and simple, I'm going to find up a default pluck in Serum to use and get some arpeggiation going. plucks. Let's just look through. Cool. Not that. That could for sure do it, folks. But since I am going to be arpeggiating it, I'm getting rid of that delay. Go to MIDI effects. It's usually like an upward arpeggiator, so that's usually what we have anyway. Yeah, definitely 16th notes. That's the Street Fighter sound. Could be. What's up, Brashane? I hope everybody knows that Beattober is only 1 month away, so stay tuned. All right, maybe. I think it sounds okay. Something is not quite sounding though like the something is not quite sounding like the arpeggiator that I'm looking for though. So I could probably play it. Do I need more of like a triplet sound? No, that's not it. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. We go higher though. I want to stick to 3 notes because it does affect the melody of the arpeggiator. I liked what I just played. We're going to hit that capture MIDI button magic, and we will go ahead and just quantize that. Boom. What am I doing? Am I on the right track, chat? We don't need any low information in this. Side Taetro, you got me. That's my trance name. Gabriel says, hi, who's this guy? What's trance and what am I doing with my life? Welcome, you've entered into the 4th dimension, my friend. Okay. So this is like a big epic section, but obviously a trance song is not going to start like that. And I think we have enough parts to maybe build up kind of an intro. So let me move all this over to bar 25-ish. And let's start with that pluck, actually. A lot of... Okay, and y'all know what we're going to do now, right? We have got to filter this in. And we could even perhaps do it an octave down, because I saw somebody say it sounded cool an octave down. Yeah, see, that to me is like sounding like the trance music that I listen to for reference. Auto filter. Good, and that's exactly what we're going to do with that filter. We're going to build it up right to that point, right there. Boom. Nope, start at the beginning. All right. That's just the beginning, though. I did notice that there was something called atmospheres in one of those packs, and I'm just wondering what that entails. Oh, there's like these little sounds. That could work. Cool. That's in F minor. If I just take it and put it in F sharp minor, though. Oh, no, we're in F sharp major. My bad, my bad. We are in D sharp minor. Do we have any D minor? No, but that's a lot. I mean, what does that sound like if we put it in there and put it up a half step? Could work, but I kind of wanted something a little more, I don't know, atmospheric. So that's in G minor, right? So we just got to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. love Delirium Silence Airscape mix that has some cool arpeggio synths in it also. Yes, if you have any tips or anything that you want to share with the class, I am open to it. I think if I add a reverb to that, it'll be like a little more spacey and a little less kind of dead center, just noisy. And I think probably before I even add, oh, that's that lead that I put in there. I forgot that I did that. Before I even add the like proper bass that I want to use, I think I'm just going to grab a very simple sub bass just to lay down some root notes here at the beginning. Not clicky, signed is fine. You tell me if that's allowed or not. And I just want to, because that arpeggiator feels like it needs the bass line, the harmony to follow. I don't know if I like that. Good. Okay. In that case, I don't really like the sub bass, but I can continue to look in this for some FX one shots. I don't know why that says sub. I don't want it to say sub. Oh, should we just hit the ground running with one of those? Sure. Nice big impact at the beginning. Got these. Let's just make it work. How are we doing, trance heads? Try a chorus on the atmosphere. Not a bad idea. Good. I need another impact there. Nurse, pass me the impact. Stat. All right, I know where this is going now. We're making a big, grandiose intro. We got time, we got time. We're gonna do one more uplifter as well. Do an uplifter here. I'm just gonna put all these uplifters on their own track. I am gonna also put a downlifter on that moment. Where are the downlifters? So we got transitions and stuff too. These are like a combination of... Oh, we could have used that. All right, I'll remember that for next time. I'll actually do it right now for when we go into the next section. I'm already building these things out because this is fun. Downlifter, I said once. Yep, that's fine. Fast decisions here. Boom, just like that. And suddenly we're using like 8 FX sounds in the first 20 seconds of the track, but that's fine. Grab a female vocal and add trance gate from KHS, instant trance vocal bedman. I don't know if I have the right kind of vocal sample to work with today, but Oh, and you know what I also heard in a lot of trance is like this random, like super nice, clean piano. But I'm not there yet. So ready? At bar 9, we need a synth to come in for sure. I want to do big stabs there. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Big chord stabs there. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Need the metronome. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do that with the octave on top. Okay, that's going to make sense in a minute because I'm going to add a bass to it. I know it didn't make a lot of sense right there. It sounded kind of thin. But I want this to be a big build up and then we're going to kind of land on everything. I'll switch my camera. We need one big riser for this section. How's that? I'm gonna put that on its own track. So I can kind of maybe even double the bass line if I want. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That works. I don't know if that's too low or not, but I kind of like how it sounds. I'm not really a music producer, only made half a couple of tracks, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for tips, but it's good to make a track that's progressive, not all the same time. Yeah, so hopefully that's what we're doing here with this intro. All right, we definitely need a riser here. I'm getting a lot of use out of this production master pack for sure. Yes, I want to be there. Where are the FX one shots? Give me a riser, or uplifter, I should say. Did I already use this one? Grid? Probably. I want a longer one. Not like that. Cinematic is fine. This is kind of cinematic. All right, we need a snare riser here. Once we hit this, we're going to hit like the big, or we're going to build up to that kind of, I guess, main section that we made. But let's go ahead and do a snare fill here. This is probably too much too soon at the beginning of the track, but I think it's good for demonstration purposes. Like a da, 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 da. That's what I want to do. Very simple. That'll work. That's in the key of the track, so why not use that? We'll just do every, like, you know, downbeat. No, like this. That'll do it. Let's copy that across. Boom. Oh, not like that, though. What the? Like that. Not like that. I'm struggling. You see this, chat? I feel like I'm going against the clock here. We're going to go for this whole section, but I'm also going to build it up. Gabriel says, I'm going to have to subscribe to this channel. I hope you do. Thank you. There's all kinds of live streams happening on this channel if you are interested in music and music production. I know there's a good show tomorrow with Alina Smith. She's really cool. Hopefully you all pre-saved her upcoming album. And we're going to double that, of course. I know there is an instructor named Jane that does lots of cool mixing. She's a very good mix engineer. And then there's Brent, who's always doing cool sound design stuff. Let's double that again. Simple build up here. I need more of a riser there, to be honest. I'm going to copy that one over, but to make it not exactly the same, I will unwarp it for a moment. And then I'm going to raise the pitch of it. If you all tune into the other streams on this channel, I'm curious to know which ones you are enjoying the most. Obviously, not this one. Pick one that is not this one. I know this is fun, but this is kind of a different thing. Like this is me trying out random genres, and then it's also the production challenge, so it's kind of like its own thing. But which of the other streams have you been really enjoying and taking value from? Let us know. And also, if you have suggestions for future genres for me to take on, please leave those in the chat as well, because we're looking for inspiration. All right, that'll do for now. So now let's fully go into our, I don't know if I'm ready to drop this yet. I think I want to drop something a little darker first. But I will nonetheless copy these drums over. And for the sake of making this easy, let's just go ahead and consolidate these drums by highlighting. Sorry, this is like a nightmare to look at right now. If we highlight this, we consolidate them, we can make them into single clips. Much easier to drag them across the timeline. Diana says, Alina's stream. Alina is so cool, right? I'm telling you guys, Alina Smith literally produced one of my favorite songs of the year. So it's game over. That's it. Cool, and I'm gonna bring this over. And what I'll do is, instead of bringing that shuffle in right away, good. And I'm going to introduce one more snare here. Yeah, something like that. And it's on a sharp. I'm just going to pump. Like, I don't think it matters a ton for a snare sample, but I'm just going to go ahead and put up a half step to get it onto B. Let's go ahead and get this on B2. Get a nice backbeat going here. Call it a day. Good. Like I said, I just want to do something darker here. And while that's playing back, let me grab another FX. I don't think we need to be so dramatic with like a explosion or an alarm. That impact core sounds pretty good. I don't know if I already used that one. So my goal here is to just land on that minor. No. No, emojis. No emojis. Yeah, I just want to do something weird there, and I'm probably going to add like a dirtier bass there as well. What do you think? Yeah, good. All right, without that mistake, the loop came back around. Go ahead, quantize. And since we have this arpeggiator here, yes, a little bit of arpeggiator there. Let's just get it. Maybe? Moving fast now. You know what I'm happy to do is do this filter again. Like I said, we have no bass yet, so let's go ahead and risk it all one more time with Serum. Plugins, Serum, please. And we'll grab one of those basses. God willing. Trance, boom. Sun Mama Proud, says 80s. All right, that's cool, but I'm not going to be able to get back to what I made in the first place. See, now I feel like I just made a new track here, but I guess that's fine. This is cool the way it evolves. I might filter this over time as well. Okay, yes, I'm gonna copy this over, and I have an idea that I will delete this and I'll delete that. Let's see if we can do it. It involves holding down one note and then playing a bass line. Where'd you go? Bass. Let's try it. First 8 bars, I'm just gonna hold this note. And then when this repeats, I'm going to try to do more of a build up. Here we go. This is going to hopefully help us transition. That will hopefully help us now get to where we want to go with that initial chord progression that we came up with. Quantize that. Everyone's in a trance. I noticed that as well. chat kind of disappeared. All right, I want to go back to the beginning, and as I gather my thoughts of how to actually bring all this back in. Is it wide enough? Someone offering tea in my head. No thanks, I'm okay. LOL. Okay, so this next part, chat. I'm having fun. All right, I'm having fun. I admit it. This next part. Will have to be kind of like a floatier kind of break. And I know the sections are much longer in Trance, so this is probably an abbreviated version. But I also have a very, very limited attention span. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is we're going to introduce these. And I'm going to throw a filter on here. We're going to filter these in. Auto filter. And we might not even bring them all the way in for quite some time. I want to introduce a little piano in here as well. Something I want to do, the reason I duplicated that is because I want to use this as more of a washed out sound. And then, just in the interest of time, I am literally just going to steal from myself over here with this build-up that we did. This snare build, so that we can hopefully get to the section that we built in the first place. It's interesting how you start making a song and you end up with totally different material. I believe this is the bass line, right? We're just gonna hear what this sounds like if I introduce this here. Good. That's not finished product of that section, of course. I think it needs to be bigger. I keep saying that, but like for sure, the name of the game in this trance music, from what I've seen, is get it big. The way we can get it big is creating this. We of course are going to need another riser, uplifter, if you will. Go away. Not an impact. Where are our uplifters? Actually, let me look at these downlifters, because I want to take these and turn them into uplifters by simply reversing them. Not to say that we couldn't use a downlifter here as well. There we go. Great. Now, I don't really like this transition, but and I think I know why. I think I need to keep that bass for one more note. See, I think let's just continue this bass. Let's continue it on. Good. So basically all I did was, I did that a really lazy way, but we just are going to continue this bass here because we need it. I need to rename this genre. It's not trance. Well, what is it? The genre police Andes are here. We thought we could avoid them long enough. Okay. Great. Great. We're going to keep on moving. We're going to put this here. We need to get our bass line back. I made a mess of this project. Where is our original bass line? It's here. One more quick thing I want to do, or try, is layering this arpeggiated thing and having I didn't do the thing that I wanted to do with the piano in that section, but I will for sure do that. Good. I just wanted to thicken that up a bit. And we noticed that we need to duplicate this. We're getting close to the end here, so I'm just rushing a bit, but should I keep this for a bigger sound, but also a lower octave? Because we're not getting a lot of robust bass. Yeah, I think that's the weakest section, but the beginning is a lot stronger. Just real quick, I'm going to put this here, put this here as well. The thing that we lose is the energy from this bass line for sure. So for time's sake, I'm just going to duplicate this now. I think this could actually have a sidechain on it. Here you are. This is our little trance track of the day. I started the future trance movement. You could say that, yes. Jeremiah says, there are so many subgenres today, it spins my head. Whatever it is, it sounds good. Well, thank you. It's definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone and pushed me into a genre that I don't normally work in. And I think it, for sure, you may not call it trance, but it is definitely pulling from trance, trance inspiration and trance influence. Now, the one thing I'm going to add before we finish here is a little bit of piano, because I do want to at least honor that much of what I heard in my studies, aka listening to the top trance songs of 2021 or of all time, whatever YouTube algorithm gave me. Why am I doing this and not just doing this? We're just going to go with a very simple piano line here. Techno next time, just for the buzz. It would have made sense to do techno this week. We could have because of the 909, but we'll be reviewing your tracks next week, so please get ready to stay tuned for that. If you're not part of our Discord, make sure you do join. Enter our production challenge because we're doing an ode to the 909 next week. I'll be reviewing music on stream, and you will be able to win cool prizes like vouchers to the ADSR store. Everything but trance to my ears, but in 2021 we have to be inclusive of all genre music. All right, bruh. I mean, it's not really a valid take, but I appreciate that you are here watching the stream. See, they all have like these very simple, like epic piano things going on in them. Let's just record that. I need to do like a higher key register. The reason I played that end phrase like that is because I actually want to throw that in place of the phrase before it. Da-da-dun. Let's just add that right there. Fort Road Massive says, Trance from late 90s, early 2000s. Thank you. Yeah, I think the thing about it is it undeniably has trance elements to it, and I would definitely not call myself a trance producer. But folks like our friend Truth Be Told in the chat, you know, kind of come to content and display their insecurities, project them onto other people, and try to make it semi-political by saying things like, oh, in 2021, nobody can have an opinion or get your feelings hurt, blah, blah, blah. But you have to let the professionals do their work, right? So we have a nice community of people here who have all been giving me nice tips about doing trance. Some people have related it to certain eras of trance. Some people have related it to other genres, but with an inspiration from trance, which I think is all valid. And I think any opinion to the contrary is not actually a valid opinion or relevant to the conversation. But we've got a lot of cool people like Jeremiah, Bishop 91, Shane, all you folks in chat, Fort Road, Massive. Thank you for being so supportive of the ADSR streams and of me taking on these genres that are not quite my forte. I had a lot of fun making this trance track today, and I hope you did as well. We're going to keep things rolling next week. I will be doing the production challenge like I talked about before. Make sure you join that Discord. Link is in the chat, actually. So click on it, join us, be a part of a cool community. I'm going to be reviewing your music next week, so please get ready to participate. And make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, because there are many cool presenters here on this channel. Alina Smith has a cool show tomorrow. And if you want, after you finish watching Alina Smith's show tomorrow, you can hop over to my channel, youtube.com/Taetro, and I will be live pretty much right after her show is live. I'll be live at noon PST tomorrow. I'll see you all at the rave tonight. I'll be on the main stage at 2 a.m. Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you all for being here and supporting as usual. I think I'll go make some more trance or something. If you all make trance or something and you want to share it with us in the Discord, please go ahead. Would love to hear it. Nonetheless, thank you all so much for being here. I will talk to you all next time. So make sure you, again, subscribe, notifications turned on. Don't miss all the other cool streams here. Head over to my channel, youtube.com/Taetro, for more music production, content, tutorials, all that good stuff. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. This has been Taetro for ADSR. Have a good one.